Hi, this is Mary from OpenHelix, a division of BioIT World, with this week's video tip of the week. If you're seeing this tip someplace else, please be sure to come back by our blog at blog.openhelix.com for additional details. I'll provide links to the resource I'm talking about today, associated publications, and so on. So check us out at blog.openhelix.com.
Today, I want to introduce you to an aspect of the ENCODE project that we really haven't been talking about before. In the past, we've talked about the initial ENCODE project that covered 1% of the human genome and looked very carefully at different areas of the genome for the genes, the structure, the regulation, all kinds of aspects that might be going on in the human genome. But that project has now gone on to develop into a full-blown genome-wide project. They're looking at every spot in the human genome. But there's another project, too, that I wanted to tell you about. The National Human Genome Research Institute, NHGRI, is also funding a modENCODE project. So this is genome-wide investigation of a couple of our favorite model organisms. C. elegans here, the worm, and Drosophila melanogaster, the fly. What we're doing is we're taking a whole genome-wide look at these species with the same kinds of ENCODE tools that are going to tell us really great things about the transcriptome, chromatin function, histone variants, regulatory elements, 3' UTRs, small and microRNAs, origins of replication. So there's going to be really fascinating genome-wide studies that come out of the modENCODE project that are different from those that are coming out of the Human Genome Project that we've been talking about before. The site that I'll be describing here is maintained by the modENCODE Data Coordination Center. So this is a different site than we've been talking about. The University of California at Santa Cruz is hosting the Human ENCODE Data Coordination Center, but these folks, the modENCODE team, they are at www.modencode.org, and that's where you'll have access to this terrific data. There's a couple of things I'll talk about today. I'm going to talk about the availability of the Browse Genome features here and the modENCODE Mine tool. Those are available in this navigation option on the left, and they're available from the top of the page too. What I'll just do quickly is take a look at the Browse Genomes feature, and what you'll find is that you have access to both genomes right there. I'm just going to click the small one here just to load that up quickly. You'll see that you have access to a genome browser that might be familiar to you. You've seen other genome browsers with the same kind of structure, perhaps. So here you see overview, more detailed regions, and closer look at the specific elements in the region here. What I wanted to focus on is the modENCODE data. There's all kinds of new modENCODE data that's coming into this browser, and what you can do is you can either click on these links or you can hover to see what kind of data is coming in. You can choose to turn on or off all of these tracks or some of these tracks and look at this new ENCODE data that's coming in the context of this genome sequence. That's one way to do it. You can look around the browser. But another way that you can access all of the data is through the modENCODE Intermine tool. So you can mine this modENCODE data differently if you choose this or the modENCODE Mine link over here to access that tool. modENCODE mining tool is a different way to access the data. It's the same data, but you have access to it through a query feature that includes templates. You can access lists. You can build complex queries. You can take a look at the data. So this is another interface that will get you the same data, but you can do more complicated queries than just browsing around like you might do on the browser interface. So you can see that there's different data categories involved here, and you can mine that data with the modENCODE Mine tool. I hope that you'll have a chance to look at the modENCODE data here. Let me just go back to the modENCODE homepage and encourage you to take a look at what's going on here. You'll see it right in the news that many new data tracks are coming, and there's going to be more coming very soon as well. So check that out. Enjoy looking around at the ENCODE data, both at the UCSC Genome Browser site for the human data and the modENCODE data here at the modencode.org site. Thanks very much.